All right, how we doing, guys? So I know you just watched a video on the engineering design process, and I'm now going to show you how we might use that to do an activity in STEM. So the first thing we have to do is identify a problem. And the problem I've set forth today is that I have to build a ramp that is going to move a ball from this piece of tape to this piece of tape using these blocks and nothing else. And these are called Kiva planks. And this is all I have. I can't tape, I can't glue. So I'm gonna have to use what I know about science and engineering to build this ramp. So that's the first step, which is identifying the problem. The second step is to brainstorm. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking and I'm looking, and sometimes your brainstorming involves researching. Now, I teach science, so I do have a lot of background knowledge. So I do know that with things like this, when you build them, I do know that as you build them, friction is what holds them together. But I also know that gravity, which is a downward force that holds everything to this planet, I know that that force is always trying to pull things down. So I have to build something that is strong enough with friction to keep it from falling because of gravity, okay? And I also do know that the more blocks I put on here, the stronger that my structure is gonna become. And I've also noticed that if I lay the blocks flat like this or sideways like this, they're much more stable than if I try to put it standing up like this. They do go like this all right, but it's just doesn't take much for gravity to knock them over. All right, so that's my brainstorming. So now I'm gonna design it. So I have my paper and pencil always. And so I'm gonna kind of draw, I'm gonna imagine I'm gonna do like a top view and then a side view. So I'm imagining I'm looking at it from the top and it's gonna be this ramp. And what I want it to do is I want the ball to go to the end of the ramp, and then it's gonna kind of fall down this hole, which is gonna be made out of these planks. The ball is gonna go down this hole, and then it's gonna come out, it's gonna fall down, and then it's gonna come out towards me based on another ramp. So I'm gonna make this picture here, and X marks the spots where it's gonna go. We're gonna start here. So that's my top view, okay? And I'll show it to you in a second. Now the side view is looking at it like if I'm looking at it from the side. The top view is if I'm looking at it from like above and looking down at it. So this is kind of how I pictured it. We're gonna do just like this. We're gonna have some planks holding it together here. We're gonna need a couple more here. Okay, and then we're gonna build this part here. So you can see how I am designing it. I do have to have a little wall. I have to have some blocks going up because I just realized if I just put these planks like this, the ball could roll any which way. So I think I'm gonna have to put a wall like this, but I gotta make okay, see that's too, I gotta have to put 3 planks down because that's gonna be a little too wide for the ball. So, okay. So I'm kind of picturing the wall here, and then it's gonna go into there, and then it's gonna come out towards me. And again, I need the wall, just like this. All right, so this is real quick. You guys are gonna take a lot more time to do this. So here's my drawing. So this is what I'm gonna follow, okay? So now, that is my design process, okay? That's my design step in the engineering design process. So now I'm actually going to build. So I'm gonna lay some planks down here. I'm gonna follow my design. I am gonna try a little bit to put these up. I think if I angle them, they'll be a little bit stronger than if I just put them straight up and down. So I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna lay some planks here. Okay, that's good. And then I'm gonna kind of build like a little, there we go. I can feel it getting stronger as I'm doing that. And now I'm gonna lay, oh, that's terrible, right? And mistakes happen, so not a big deal. Gotta be a little more careful. That was my bad. But that's the cool thing about engineering and doing STEM. And you'll see a video in a little bit about it, but you're gonna fail. You're gonna make mistakes, things are gonna happen. And I didn't give up. I learned from my mistakes, and that is okay. That's the best part about it. It's okay to mess up and to fail because I learned that I got to take these blocks and move them and not be in such a rush because my stuff will fall over and then I got to start all over. So here we go. So I kind of strengthen this as I go. So what I'm going to do is I got to put 2 blocks here, okay, and I'm going to put 1 here because my ramp does have to be angled for the marble to roll, okay? So there we go. And then I get my bam, bam, there. So that's the starter. That's not the whole thing. So now I'm gonna have to do something just like this again. Okay, I'm gonna build it the same way because I kind of like how that is set up. A little wobbly, but it's not terrible. Okay, so this will be my next one. Here we go, set it up. Okay, how did I do this? We're gonna attach these. Whoa, gotta be careful, don't knock that over again. I'm gonna lay them like this, strengthen them up. There, that's good. I'm gonna put 1 high this time because it's gotta connect, and then I think if we go right to the end, we'll be good. So, yeah, that's lining up very good. So here we go. And I get to my wall. So now I got my ramp and you can kind of see how it's starting to slide down. So now I'm gonna want the ball to kind of fall down here. So I like this whole wood-based thing that I'm going with. So it wasn't in my initial drawing, but as I started to build, I saw that it kind of worked well. So for this one, what I wanna do, because this ball's gonna be hitting it, I'm gonna kind of go back and forth here. I'm gonna build the tower up this way, and it's gonna take a minute, but in my drawing, that's what I meant when I had those lines drawn, to kind of do it like, oh, see what I didn't think about was down here, I can't do it like that because the ball's gotta be able to roll out. So I have to kind of build it high enough because I'm gonna have to have a ramp here, right? So I didn't think about that. So I guess I need to build the little part out first so that I know the ball will roll out. That's the first thing. Okay, there we go. All right, now that I have that, now I can kind of build the side parts here. And we're gonna build up, oops. And we're going to stack this here and here. Being extra careful. And again, I think I gotta go a little higher with this because I need that ball to be able to roll out. Okay, so we're almost done here. We're gonna connect it together. I'm gonna actually place a ball here just to make sure. Nope, that's okay. Just to make sure that it can fit, because I would hate to build all this and then it doesn't. Okay, so now I think we're good. Now I think I can lay the blocks like this. The ball will be able to go out. So here, okay, so this, whoa, these tables are a little wobbly. So now I can do what I had planned. So I kind of redesigned it as I was building it because I saw that my initial drawing wasn't going to work well. And I'll show you a full view of this as these blocks seem to be a little slippery today. As I finish this, I will take the camera off and I will show you the full 360 view of this. So now what I need to make sure I do here is I do need to make sure that the ball can, perfect. I'm going to build this side up just a little higher here, because I need it to be a little higher because I need the ball to be able to go down. So I'm actually just gonna kind of balance these here, and because I want to make sure that the ball goes and hits it almost like a backstop. Okay, and then all I gotta do is put my little wall here. I'm gonna put these on the side of the ramp. No, I'm not gonna be able to do that there, that's okay. put these on the side, just like this. All right, so here's my design. I'm gonna test it. So let me take you off of here. Okay, here it is. Okay, we have the balls gonna go down there. It's gonna fall down into that little hole, and then it's gonna come out, and like you can see, it's gonna go from that piece of tape to that piece of tape, and hopefully it all doesn't fall over. So here we go. And it worked perfectly. We'll do it one more time. And there we go. So that's the engineering design process. And now I would then share the solution, which I'm doing with you. And if I like it, I can stick with it. And if not, now I kind of figured out how things work. So now I can actually go back and I could get a more difficult problem, a more challenging problem, or I could add to this, or I could take it all down and try doing it a different way. So I hope you enjoyed. You're not going to be able to we're not going to be using these blocks for your project, but you're going to be using these steps that I just showed you with these blocks for what you're going to do next week. I didn't want to use what you're going to do next week because I didn't want to give away any hints or any clues to what you're going to do. So make sure you keep tuning in and make sure you watch the videos. And I hope you're having a great time virtually learning. Have a great day.